So I'm now going to do the short answer section in the midterm for you. Remember, in order to get your credit, you need to have correct work shown. So if your work doesn't match my work, make sure that you're putting it on your correction sheet. So I've got my equation now recopied over here. 7x minus 3 is equal to 4x plus 3. Remember, in order to solve for x, I'm trying to get my x isolated on one side of my variable and a number on the other side of my variable. So I got to get rid of one of these x's. So I'm going to get rid, personally, I'm just going to get rid of the 4x. I could have gotten rid of either of them, but I just think it makes more sense to get rid of the smaller one. So I'm going to subtract 4 x's from over here. That's going to cancel and leave me with a 3 on that side. If I subtracted 4 x's from this side of my equation, I got to subtract 4 x's from that side of my equation. So 7x minus 4x is 3x minus 3. I still need to get my x isolated all the way, so I've got to get rid of this minus 3 with a plus 3. It's going to leave me with 3x. I added 3 over here, so I'm going to add 3 over here. I need to get rid of this 3. Now, up here, I subtracted 4x because I was trying to get rid of the 4 x's. Here, now, all I want to do, because I want to end up with x is equal to a number. So now I just need to get rid of that 3. So I'm not going to cancel out this 3x with subtracting 3 x's because I don't want to get rid of the x. So I need to just get rid of the 3. How do I do that? Well, what operation is it when the x is sitting next to the 3? That's multiplication. How do I get rid of multiplication? With division. That's going to leave me with an x. I divided this side by 3, so I'm going to divide that side by 3. X is equal to 2. Now I'm going to rewrite problem B here. If you haven't done this step, probably should. So I've got my little lazy river ride right through the middle, and I've got distributive property that I need to do here first. So whenever it's in the parentheses like this. So 6 times negative 2 is a negative 12. 6 times a negative x is a minus 6x. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times a positive 5 is minus 15. So I'm kind of noticing that something's a little bit weird here. I've got a negative 6x and a negative 12 and a negative 6x and a negative 15. So something's going a little funny here probably, but I'm going to keep going just to make sure here. So you might already know that you can't have negative 6x's and put a negative 12 with it and then have negative 6x's over here and a negative 15, and that has to be the same thing. But just to prove it, let me get rid of this minus 6x with a plus 6x. It's going to cancel. That's going to cancel. So that's going to leave you with a negative 12 over here and a negative 15 over there. So that's your other sign that when you just end up with two numbers on either side that aren't the same, that is no solution. And remember, like I was just showing you up here, you kind of notice at this step right here that there's something going on. Because minus 6x's minus 12 can't be the same thing as negative 6x's minus 15. You can't just have the same, you can't have them equal on both sides if you're adding negative 12 over here and then a negative 15 over here. So hopefully we know that that is no solution.